Saturday night, Riyadh season, allegedly the best card ever in boxing. They always say that, don't they?
Oh, yeah. They'll come up with something else. They will. They'll come up with something else. They always do.
So who you were... gosh, there's so many great fights. But who are you most looking forward to seeing box?
Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. For me, that's an intriguing fight.
It is.
It is. Obviously, you got a fellow countryman, Joshua Buatsi. There we go. And then, that's an intriguing fight. Because I know they both would have worked hard for it. And I think Josh has improved a lot. And obviously, since moving to Virgil Hunter. And yeah, he's tough. He's gritty. He's powerful. Yeah, like it's a great fight. Obviously, Callum, great fighter again. Great operator.
Some great ones, haven't it?
Yeah, and it's a lot of power. So both ways, it could swing both ways. I'm just intrigued. It's one of them fights. I just want to see the fight. I don't care. Much is like whoever wins, like best of luck to them. But people just want to see the fight because it's such an intriguing fight.
Yeah, it is. It is actually. People are saying obviously that Callum Smith is the kind of had more experience, a better quality. But I tell you what, I was saying to Spider earlier on, that Willie Hutchinson fight for me, I think a lot of people were surprised.
Willie's tough. Willie's
tough, to be fair. He's a good boxer as well, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't.
But that's give him some hell.
Them shots. Because even Spider says, he was like, he hits hard. He says, I don't say that about many people, but he hits hard. So.
But there was also some spite in there, and I think that's what we're kind of seeing from
And also,
Josh.
I feel like Josh is he's very quiet, very moderate, but then when he gets in there, he's a different person. But that Bible goes out the window.
It's true!
That Bible goes out the window.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite intriguing, like you say, to see him switch like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's why sometimes people underestimate him because he's a quiet guy. I do think it's his time, though. I get a little feeling I don't know why. On paper, it should be Callum. But something feels...
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like genuinely I can't see going the distance. I don't know, maybe. I've got a feeling someone's going to get iced. I do. I just feel, because both of them, like, if they get somebody hurt, they're getting them out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. If you were having to put your money down.
If I had to put my money down, I'd go with Josh Buatsi. Yeah, personally, I would. I don't know, like, over his last few fights, he's really showed, like, massive improvements in his boxing ability, just in his conditioning, in everything in general. Like, I know that Willie Hutchinson was a split decision, but it was never a split. It was competitive the whole time, but like he really stomped his authority, showed his power, his grit, his everything, showed everything that you wanted to see from him. And yeah, I just feel like at the moment he's in a good place, good camp, and yeah, I just feel like he's and obviously the win against Dan Aziz as well. Like he's not had easy fights. They've all been tough.
Yeah, I think the Dan Aziz one was difficult for both of them, and it was kind of a little bit tentative. But you saw the spike come out a little bit more against Hutchinson. So
yeah, but like showed his boxing, like because at the time Dan Aziz was at his peak.
Absolutely,
he was British, European, everything, and he handled it comfortably with class.
Yeah.
So I just feel like he's got a good momentum, and he hasn't really been on a stop start. He's been constantly active on these Riyadh cards. So whereas like Callum, obviously he had that tune-up fight recently, but that didn't really last long. Whereas like Joshua Buatsi has been going through it. He's been working hard and he's had these hard fights. So hopefully he'll be able to carry across onto Saturday.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. Do you know what? I don't know what I'm looking forward to more, Beterbiev versus Bivol or Joseph Parker versus Bacoli now, because, boy.
Yeah, he's a tough man. He is, especially like he walks around slandering people. And the thing is that no one says anything because they all know it's true. So it's like, But also, I just don't know how far in camp he was. I know he's got a fight upcoming, but you just don't know. Like, but he must have a lot of faith in himself that he knows he can not have a full camp, go in there and get the job done.
Even if he hasn't had a full camp, listen, you're not going to turn that opportunity down, are you?
No, 100% not.
You know, he's been calling out
for big fights.
Yeah, and we talk about sometimes, you know, things come to you in a different package.
Yeah, like he beats Joseph Parker now. He's boxing for a world title next.
Yeah, 100%. Joseph Parker, though, he has had some great opposition.
Yeah, great fights. That win against Zhang, that win against Deontay. Like, he's been really on a great momentum. And I think he's a very good technical boxer.
He is a good technical boxer. Conditioning is like on point as well, because he's another one, always stays ready. He's had to really, he's really had to sort of, I won't use the word beg, but I would use the word, you know, kind of really push edge, you know.
Got himself back into the heavyweight scene.
Exactly. And
he's done that, though. He has. He's done very well, and he's worked hard, and he's got back in there. Obviously, after the Joe Joyce fight, like, everyone thought, oh, maybe this. But he's really, like, what Riyadh season has given an opportunity for certain people. You think Daniel Dubois a couple of years ago, everyone was like, oh, after the Usyk loss, it's like, Lee, maybe he should pack it in. Now look at him. A couple fights later, and he's back.
In fact, they were talking about him packing it in after Joe Joyce, and now when you look back, you think, actually, the fact that he took a knee, the eye injury could have been worse, and now look at how in those last, 2 years, how things have changed for him?
Yeah.
But have they come out and said what's wrong with him? So obviously, for those that don't know, Bacoli now is fighting instead of Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois has been pulled out because he's ill. Some saying it's a virus. Obviously, the rumours have started.
Oh, God, Chinese whispers.
Yeah. I still want to see that fight, though, don't you?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I still want to see that. 100%. I still want to see that. But obviously, it will only happen if he comes through the other side.
It's true. Can you imagine Bacoli and Dubois?
No, because, like, he's a spanner in the works. He literally is.
It's true.
He's just a walking spanner in the works.
Who was it he fought recently? Jared Anderson. Oh, my days. Come on.
Yeah, and I rated Jared a lot as well.
He's fought Carlos Takam, Tony Yoka, the Olympian.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, God, yeah. He took Yoka to, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's, I don't really like this saying, but the dark horse.
Yeah, he's one of them, like, if you came up with a list, like, risk to reward, he's right at the bottom. Like, the risk is massive, the reward is not there.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why he's been avoided. Why would he put your career at jeopardy, especially if you know supposedly you ain't getting paid and you ain't getting a world title shot?
You know what? Something is saying to me, upset. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just intrigued to see the fight.
Beterbiev versus Bivol. Who did you have last time?
Personally, I thought Bivol won last time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. I think he just edged it. A lot of the earlier rounds, he did take them. And obviously, he came back strong, but I thought he'd done enough by the time that when he started to come back, I think, he just taken it by a round or so. So I personally thought he won the last fight.
There was an argument, though, that he kind of switched off a little bit at the end, the last sort of round or two.
I don't think he switched off. I think Beterbiev came back stronger, and like, he's physically very strong. And I think people don't understand, like, when you get hit by big punches, it takes its toll on you. Like, over the rounds, you might start off sharp, but obviously the big shots start to wear in and it just shatters you. He said, you could see he was, even when he was defending, he'd been hitting himself in his own face by defending the shots. Like, people really don't understand. Like, it's hard, especially 10 rounds of holding your hands up and trying to block against someone that hits like a train. It's difficult.
It's true. And maybe switched off isn't the proper description. I think probably thought he'd done enough. And I think by thinking I've done enough, I can kind of take a little bit off the gas. If he's to come through this fight on Saturday night, what does he need to change?
Obviously stick to his boxing, stick to what works. Probably a few more bursts to kind of catch the eye of the judges. In like certain areas, because he was getting walked down, try and maybe like clinch and get space. I don't obviously he moves a lot and he moves very well. Like I'm not one to criticize his boxing, like he's one of the best of our era, but Beterbiev likes to sit you on them ropes. So if you can avoid the ropes and try and keep it around that middle section, you'll make him look dominant and it'll give him more space to work around. Then he's got more to move left, right. Maybe he has a little step back. Whereas when you're on your ropes, there's not really
Anywhere to go.
really anywhere to go.
Yeah. And what about Beterbiev? How do you see him stamping his authority, but not only stamping his authority, but leaving no stone unturned and no doubt in people's mind?
Obviously, good head movement when he's pushing forward, but he's got attack the body early, try and slow him down as quickly as possible, and then like look to offload his shots, try and put a dent in him a little bit earlier, potentially slow him down so that it won't, by the middle, say sixth round, seventh round, he's starting to get on top of him. Just be a bit more like defensively cute, just look more blocks, because then you're not giving away big shots. Especially if the first couple of rounds are close, you might nick a few, they might nick a few, then you're not chasing the fight.
Yeah, it's true. Do you think it goes a distance this time around?
I really don't know. Obviously, personally, I can't see Bivol stopping Beterbiev, but
He'll just outbox him,
yeah,
if anything.
Yeah, I could see him potentially outboxing him and maybe giving him a masterclass if the best version of himself turns up. But on the other hand, I don't think Bivol would quit. I think he'd have to basically get him out of there.
Like, you mean Beterbiev?
Yeah, Beterbiev to stop Bivol. If there was a stoppage to happen, I think it'd be more that way.
Yeah, I have to agree.